Hello and welcome back to Purushtech Java tutorials. In this session, we are going to cover the thread intercommunication. So the way in which the thread communicates each other, they use few of the methods which is defined in object class, and they use the object class to call some methods to intercommunicate between them. So these are the methods which are used: wait, notify, and notify all. Let's take one example of a small water factory. Let's say you have a water factory where you have two machines. One is water bottle maker, which manufactures this water bottle, plastic water bottle, let's say. So this water bottle maker or manufacturer, this will manufacture the bottles here, and it will keep for filling purpose as well as some decorator purpose. Decorator in the sense it will put all the labels and MRP and everything on the water bottle and also fills the water. So let's say this is a small factory and you can only fill 5 bottles at a time, and there is no place to keep more bottles. So that means these 5 bottles first it will be filled by the water filler and the decorator so that this will get dispatched to the customers. Now, until water filler finishes its job of filling water and then dispatches, this water bottle maker cannot put more bottles here to fill or decoration purpose, since the water filler can only fill 5 bottles at a time. So while filling the water in the bottles, this water bottle maker has to wait, right? Even let's say in case this water filler has finished decorating these bottles as well as filled the water and it has dispatched to the customer, then it has to wait so that this water bottle maker will make some bottles and then put in place for filling purpose. So here wait and notify is coming into picture. So this guy has to wait if this queue. So let's take the technical term. If this queue is empty, then water filler has to wait. And when the water bottle maker has placed one bottle, so it has to notify the filler that you can now fill this bottle. So here wait and notify coming into picture. Now let's go back to IntelliJ IDEA to see how this thing happens in terms of Java program. So I have a water bottle maker engine and I have a water bottle filler and decorator engine. So this two represents this maker and the filler. And you are seeing here the task queue, right? This task queue is nothing but this particular queue. So they both use the same queue. So if you will see, this water bottle filler and decorator engine use this task queue, as well as their water bottle maker engine also uses the task queue. Now I have one more class, that is thread wait notify example, which will use this two particular engines. So let's go here, thread wait notify example, and here I have an object of water bottle maker engine, which is a thread. So this water bottle maker engine is implementing the runnable interface because I want to make this engine as a thread. Even the water bottle filler and the decorator engine also implementing the runnable interface. So here in this wait notify example, I have created a producer thread. The producer in the sense the water bottle maker engine, and the consumer is nothing but your water bottle filler and decorator engine. So that this water bottle maker will produce the water bottle, and this water bottle filler will consume this water bottle for filling and decorating purpose. And here the max capacity represents the max capacity of the queue. So here the max capacity I have defined as 5. So that means I can only put 5 bottles in this queue. So that is what I have passed in this particular water bottle maker engine constructor. So this constructor takes one shared queue and the size. So this task queue is initialized with max capacity 5, and this same queue is being utilized in this particular water bottle filler engine. So you can see here this queue is nothing but your task queue. We can write it here. So this is shared between both water bottle maker and the water filler and decorator engine. Let's come here, go back to notify example, and the same task queue whatever I have provided to the water bottle maker engine, the same task queue is being used by this water bottle filler and the decorator engine. Then when I say start, from the producer and the consumer, both the threads started running. Now let's go to the run method of this water bottle maker engine, which is the producer. And here in the run method, I have defined a counter which is initialized to 0, and this is a continuous loop. So that means this engine, this producer engine or your water bottle maker engine is producing bottles continuously. So here I have made a synchronized block taking task queue as a lock object. So always this notify and wait method should be used inside the synchronized block only. And the wait and notify method should be used in which object you have taken the lock. You should use that particular object to make a call to wait and the notify. This is most important thing. So this lock will be common to both producer as well as the consumer. So whenever the producer is producing, the consumer will wait. That means here I have put a synchronized block, means whenever the producer is putting some items, then the consumer has to wait. So here, let's say from the beginning, the task queue size at the first, from the beginning, the task queue size will be 0. So in that case, this while loop will not be executed and this particular thing will get executed. So here it will add the items in the task queue. So that means the water bottle maker has put some bottles, that means one bottle, and then what it is saying is you notify the whoever is using this particular lock. So who is using this lock? This lock is being used by your water bottle filler. So here this thread gets the notification to start its work. So here in the run method, we have a method called consume, and in this consume method, it is trying to remove the items from the queue. Here also you will see one more while loop. That is, if the task queue is empty, what it has to do? It has to wait on the lock object. So if you see here, let's assume that there is no bottles here, then this water filler has to wait. This is what its significance. Task queue is empty means there is no bottles. It has to wait. When the producer will produce one bottle, then it will notify and this consumer or your filler will get notified and it will start removing from the task queue and then do the filling purpose and the decoration. And then it will notify that, okay, I have removed the item. There is one more method called notify all. So this notify all and the notify is the same thing, except, so let's say here there are multiple filler, water filler are present and they will also fill. So when the water bottle maker says notify all, in that case this water bottle filler and the decorator two are there, so both will get notified, and out of this two any one will get a chance to pick the bottle and fill it. Since we are using the same lock, so the both filler cannot work on the queue at one time. So let's try to run this program and see what is the output. You will see here produced 0. So first 0 is produced, then 1, then 2, 3, 4. So the producer is producing all these elements and the consumer also the consuming the produced elements here. So here you will see the queue is full, producer is waiting, size is 5. So producer has already produced 5 elements and the producer is waiting so that the consumer will consume. The code is there in my GitHub area. You can take it and try it. Thanks for watching this video and stay tuned.